Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Perkins, a board certified OBGYN, and today we're talking about a very serious topic. Can you die from preeclampsia after giving birth? So in this video, we'll be diving into what exactly is preeclampsia, what are the signs and symptoms of preeclampsia, what exactly is the cause of preeclampsia, how is preeclampsia diagnosed and treated, as well as can you die from preeclampsia after giving birth. After working in the medical community for quite some time now, I realized that the term preeclampsia can really be confusing or misleading to some people. So what exactly is preeclampsia? Preeclampsia is a hypertensive disorder that really falls in what I consider to be like a ladder of changes that can happen inside of a woman's body during pregnancy, during labor and delivery, or postpartum. I think there's some confusion in the community because we tend to think of pre as being a state of being that happens before the delivery of a child. And that is not quite the case. Preeclampsia is the state that happens before eclampsia. And so preeclampsia can happen in any phase of your antenatal, prenatal, or postnatal state. And so let's break this down just a little bit more. In general, in a normal pregnancy, you should be able to continue through all 40 weeks of pregnancy with your body adjusting to your state and balancing your vitals, meaning your blood pressures are normal, your heart rate is normal, your breathing is normal, because this adjustment will happen internally in a healthy body. If at any point you start to have elevated blood pressures that are greater than 140 systolic, over 90 diastolic, this on two separate occasions will lead to you having the diagnosis of gestational hypertension or pregnancy-induced hypertension. This can happen anytime after the 20th week or the halfway mark of pregnancy. Now, hypertension in low ranges may be sustainable without any intervention. However, if your blood pressures become severe, elevated really high, you may need to get some blood pressure medicines to help to bring that down. Because in young, healthy, reproductive females, people who are not used to having high pressures inside of their vessels, they're at increased risk of having a rupture of those vessels due to the high pressures within them. That leads to strokes and potentially even seizures. Now, if you have elevated blood pressures and your organs internally are functioning completely like they should, then you're in a stable place. If you have hypertension, but your organs begin to suffer internally, meaning that they're just not functioning normally anymore, this is called preeclampsia. In this state, you can have a moderate or mild version of preeclampsia, or you can have a severe level of preeclampsia. And the difference between them really are due to the symptoms that you're also having. For instance, if you have a headache that will not go away with Tylenol and without you making sure that you're drinking enough water, eating enough food, and resting well, then that is a headache that is very concerning. If your headache responds to all of these things, then this is not as worrisome. You may also have vision changes wherein you start seeing spots in your eyes, or when you look at others, you see two of them instead of one, and so many other things that can happen in your vision that is very new to you. That could be concerning as well. Other symptoms may include pains under your right breast, shortness of breath outside of just normal activity and exertion, as well as severe swelling in your feet, hands, face, or anywhere else on your body. Now, I'd like to stick a little pin there because you may think, well, pregnancy causes a lot of swelling anyways, right? That's pretty normal, especially at the end of pregnancy. Yes, that is very, very, very true. However, preeclamptic types of swelling may go beyond just swelling in the feet to also include swelling of the hands and the face, especially suddenly. Sometimes your body will start retaining so much excess fluids that you may gain even 10 pounds in just a week or a few days. And so being aware of the changes that are occurring on a daily basis is really important, because those types of changes could be hints that you're having an internal issue. That could be a worsening hypertension, a newly developed preeclampsia, or may put you at risk of eclampsia. Now you might be wondering, well, what causes preeclampsia? Like, how can I potentially reduce the risk of getting it? Well, preeclampsia is a problem with the placenta. The placenta, as it develops, may create problems where it is connected to the uterus. And the only solution to this is to deliver the placenta. But for us to deliver the placenta, we'll need to deliver the baby first. And so with preeclampsia, it's very important that we try to get you to 37 weeks of pregnancy, because at that point we know babies are stable and well in their full term. But really, we're balancing your health and wellness and safety and trying to determine, based on your symptoms, the best and safest time to deliver. Now, if you're already delivered, you had your baby, the placenta has already been removed from your uterus, can you still get preeclampsia? The answer is yes. And the reason is the effects of the placenta that stayed inside for as long as it did may still linger in your system all the way up until 6 weeks after you deliver your baby. So that means that you're at risk postpartum for developing preeclampsia for 6 total weeks. So even though you've been discharged and you were brought to the hospital and you know that everything went well with your delivery, you may still randomly and spontaneously develop preeclampsia. And yes, this development can lead to you dying if not treated on time and appropriately. So even when you go home, it's very important that we check for the same things: headaches, vision changes, shortness of breath, pain under the right breast, extreme swelling in the hands, feet, or face. These are the key things that you want to look out for until you get to that 6-week mark. So how is preeclampsia treated? Well, if your blood pressures are severely high, we want to give you antihypertensives, which are medicines to bring blood pressures down. If they're also severely high and sustained over time, then we may also give you some IV medicine called magnesium. And magnesium is a micronutrient that actually is really normally found in our system. But when we give you a higher dose of IV magnesium, magnesium has been shown to protect your brain from strokes and seizures. And it does that in a way that will reassure you that you're well protected and at lower risk, even though your blood pressures may be high. In combination, this may decrease your likelihood over time. Now, if you don't receive treatment on time, then you're at risk of having seizures and strokes or progressing to eclampsia. So can you die from preeclampsia after you've given birth? The simple answer is yes. It's very important that you share these signs and symptoms with the people surrounding you, the people who share your space with you, the people who love and care about you. Because sometimes when these conditions and changes are happening internally, you may not necessarily feel or notice that it's happening. And so it takes your supportive person to identify these symptoms and problems, and oftentimes to get you the help that you need in a timely manner. So teach your loved ones, teach your spouse, your sister, your friend, whoever, how to identify these issues and problems so that they can help you get the care you need in a timely fashion. And so, listen, the way that I think about this is the more we know and the more knowledge we have, the more we can share with others. And maybe you don't get preeclampsia, and maybe it could be someone that you know or someone that your loved one knows. So sharing this information is very important. I am so happy that you're here with me today, and I'd like to give you a gift for listening in. I have a free ebook, Hormones Don't Lie, that I think may be very beneficial for you and anyone that you know. As a matter of fact, to get your copy, click the link below this video. And while you're at it, Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with others who need to know this information so that we can save lives. I'm Dr. Perkins, a board-certified OBGYN, and it's been my pleasure. I'll see you next time.